Hello, welcome to the Jasmine Jessie. Hope you're well. Let's talk about lady palm. Lady palm, Rhapis excelsa is a small palm species that grows in dense clump of slender, upright green stem. On the stem are fan-shaped glossy green fronds with between 5 and 8 narrow lanceous shaped segment. This palm is tolerant of low light conditions, which make it a popular house plant. Indoors, it grows much smaller than outdoors, growing 6 to 15 feet tall. This palm has a relatively slow growth rate, gaining less than a foot in height yearly. Lady palm care. Here are the main care requirements for growing lady palm as a house plant. Place in a location with bright indirect light. Number 2. Use a potting mix formulated for palm to ensure excellent draining. Next, water when the top inch of soil feels dry in the summer and the top 2 inch feel dry in the winter. Next, protect the palm from cold drafts and provide a consistent humidity level of 50% or more. Next, fertilize it monthly in the spring or summer with a liquid houseplant fertilizer diluted to the half strength. Light. Place a lady palm near a window where it receives bright indirect light. A north or east facing window is ideal. A south and west facing window should have shades or curtains because unfiltered direct sunlight can cause leaf burn. Soil. Soil with excellent draining is essential for lady palm. A potting mix made especially for palm work well, and African violet potting mix is also suitable. Water. Lady palm have average water needs in the spring and summer when most of the palm active growth occur. Water whenever the top inch of soil feels dry in the fall and winter. Reduce watering to whenever the top of inches of soil feel dry. Temperature and humidity. Lady palm thrive in typical room temperature between 60 and 80 Fahrenheit. In the colder months, be sure the temperature doesn't below 55 Fahrenheit, and as anything colder damages a plant. Protect your plant from cold drafts and from blowing hot air, such as air from a heating vent that will dry it out. This palm prefer a humidity level 50% or higher. Brown leaf tips often indicate the humidity is too low for the plant. Regularly mist your palm with water from a spray bottle to boost the humidity, or place its pot and tray or of pebbles filled with the water. Make sure the pot is not sitting directly in the water, as this can cause root rot. Fertilizers. Lady palm only need fertilizing during the growing season from the around of April to September. Feed your palm monthly with liquid houseplant fertilizers. Dilute of half strength. Type of lady palm. There are several varieties of lady palm available, including RX's Copan. This is variety has wide leaf segments. Excels Germa, Excels Tanzan, Excelsa Quadruma, Excelsa Zikonishki. Um, many species available in the market. Pruning. Lady palm don't need a lot of pruning. Avoid removing front that have just a slight browning, a fairly common slight on lady palm, often due to inadequate water or light, as the palm still uses nutrients from those fronds. However, if an entire front is discolored or dead, you may prune it off. If there are lots of offsets of bulbs growing at the base of the plant, it is unusually a good idea to remove them, even if you don't use them or propagation. If you let them grow and grow, the plant will likely get too crowded. The new shoots will compete for water and nutrients, and air circulation will be poor. Propagating lady palm. Lady palm can be propagated from seeds or by division, which is the preferred method because it is faster and allows you to produce a plant that is true to the pattern. Major lady palm grow cluster of offsets at the base of the plant. Here, how to use them to propagate the plant. I will tell you next in my next video. You must watch that. Potting and repotting lady palm. The lady palm does mind being a bit cramped in its pot. Initially, choose a pot that's slightly large than the size of the root ball. Make sure it is impaled draining hole. Plan to repot your palm every other year in a spring into a slightly large container to do so. Gently lift its root out of the container, aiming to disturb them as little as possible and keep the root ball intact. Then place the palm into its new container and fill around it with fresh potting mix. Pack down the soil and water it well. Common pests and disease. These plants generally doesn't have serious pest disease problem, but to watch out for scale spider mites and malabags. Sign of an insufficient including wilting or yellowing leaf, stick a substance of webbing on the leaf, and tiny light or dark dots along the plant. Lady palm is also susceptible to leaf spots disease. Common problems. Iron deficiency is the common problem when lady ferns are growing as potted plant. The youngest leaf might be light greenish yellow. Sometimes there are additional dark green pea-sized blotches. If the iron deficiency is served, the entire plant will turn a light greenish yellow color. This iron deficiency is not caused by lack of nutrients but by poor soil aeration, which prevent the plant root from adequately absorbing the micronutrients iron. The best remedy into the repot and the plant with fresh potting mix. Remove as much old potting mix from the around the plant roots when repotting as possible. Fertilizes this plant as described earlier. If you like this our videos, kindly like and subscribe us. Keep watching and keep touching with us. Thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.